Hi, I'm Andrew Smith, Associate Director of Virginia Farm Bureau's Governmental Relations Department.
And I'm Stephanie Kitchen, Assistant Director for Government Relations.
Stephanie, we had another busy week, but one different thing this year after crossover is that both chambers last week came out with their budget. Let's talk about some of our critical issues that we were seeking in the budget and how maybe the two different budgets compare. Could you start us off?
Sure, Andrew. Like you said, this week was all about the budget, and the first issue you want to talk about is funding for the Ag BMP Cost Share Program, which was top of our list for funding prior to session and during session as well. The House budget did not contain additional funding for the program, but did move technical assistance to base funding, which means that it would not be subject to the underlying appropriation, which is needed for the long-term stability of funding for the local soil and water conservation districts. The Senate did add an additional $29.25 million to year one of biennium for the cost share program and technical assistance. In the governor's introduced budget, it was a little over $40 million for the program, so this is an increase, which we do appreciate. We will be asking during these discussions and compromises and conversations about the budget between the House and the Senate, we will be asking the Senate to adopt that permanent funding for technical assistance, and we'll also be asking the House to agree to the additional $29.25 million for cost share funding and technical assistance as we go forward. Andrew, do you have a couple you want to report on?
Sure, Stephanie. One issue that has been constant since I've been at Farm Bureau is wildlife control, a wildlife damage control program that when I started, we always called it the coyote program. And with that, the state puts up money and allows us to get additional matching dollars from the federal government. The governor's introduced budget had cut the $90,000 that we always need in the budget for those matching dollars. But I'm happy to say both chambers, House and the Senate, put that $90,000 in, and we're very appreciative of both chambers for including that in the budget, and that will allow us to leverage those federal dollars as well. I did want to mention another initiative that we were seeking this year was a $1.68 million budget amendment to do a market adjustment to try to get extension agent position salaries up a little bit and make them more competitive in the industry, to try to keep those agents on the job and not lose them to other industry jobs. Unfortunately, neither body had that 1.68 million budget amendment in there, but many of these positions are considered state employees, and the state employees were given an increase in salary in the budgets. So that is help there.
Very good, thanks. And it's hard to believe, but we're starting to get towards the end of the session, beginning to wind down, and we'll have just a few more videos for you coming up in the next couple of weeks. And as we wrap up, we want to start to hear from you a little bit. Give us a comment in the comments below the video and let us know what issues you've enjoyed receiving updates on, maybe some you'd like to hear a little bit more about next week, and we might give you a shout out next week in the video. And with that, we'll sign off and have a great weekend.